Yo, what's up and welcome back. My name is Franco and today we're going to be talking about the gaming energy drink company, Advanced. Advanced was in my big video all about gaming energy drink powders, and I have to make a confession right off the bat. In that video, I did not give Advanced the attention that it deserved. When I was making that video, they were added last minute, and that combined with the fact that I didn't really like the flavor very much led to a half-hearted review on my part, and that is 100% on me. They reached out to me to talk a little bit more about their product and go over some of the nuances that I missed in that video. They did not pay me to make this video, and they're not sponsoring it either, but they did send all these flavors out for free because they wanted me to give my honest opinion on it. Full disclosure, I'm not sponsored by Advanced, nor am I sponsored by any energy drink company, but the link that I use in the description below that will lead to Advanced's website should you decide that you want to buy it is going to be a referral link, and I'll get points for those referrals. These points are usually exchangeable for store credit on their website, and a lot of different companies use this system, but lately I've been giving these points and credits out to community members in my stream as a way to say thank you and give back for the amazing response that I've been getting on my videos lately. So head over to Twitch where I stream 3 days a week if that sounds like fun, or if you want to hang out and potentially win something. Today we're going to talk about some updates since the last video released. I'm gonna go over the different formulas that Advanced offers, and then I'm gonna rank all of their flavors according to my preferences. I'll end the video with my final thoughts on their product as well. I know timestamps are super convenient, but if you have the time and you wanna support the channel, one of the best ways you can do that is watch the entire video. And if you like it, don't forget to subscribe. And while we're on the subject of supporting the channel, I was recently partnered by a program that I use to record gaming clips, and it has easily replaced NVIDIA Shadowplay for me. Metal makes capturing a moment in a game as simple as hitting a hotkey that you set yourself, but the reason why it stands out and why I switched to it recently is how easy it is to edit a clip and share it. It's totally free, and if you download the program using my affiliate link in the description below, you'll be helping out the channel. Just don't forget to add me so I can check out your clips. Alright, the star of the show when it comes to Advanced is an ingredient they use called NooLVL. It's the first and only ingredient that's been clinically proven to improve gaming performance. There was an actual double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trial. That is a mouthful. And that clinical trial was even published on the National Institute of Health government website. I'll be sure to link that below if you want to check it out. This study actually used gamers. The study concluded that using this ingredient improved accuracy, decision-making, and reaction time while playing video games. This is pretty awesome. Normally, these gaming energy drink powders use ingredients that are known to improve your cognition and reaction time and things like that, but normally I'd 100% tell you that their claims of it being linked to better gaming is complete marketing. But this ingredient was actually tested on gamers, so it's a little different. Another unique thing about Advanced is their lack of what they like to call filler ingredients, most notably maltodextrin. Maltodextrin is used in almost every gaming powder that I've tried, and I've actually reached out to someone and they told me that it's used to control the portion size of a scoop. It's used in other food products as well to do things like preserve shelf life and a bunch of other uses. It has no flavor, and it's considered an easy to digest carbohydrate that provides rapid energy. It's not considered a sugar, but it does actually spike your insulin levels, so your body is treating it chemically like a sugar. So if you're diabetic on a keto diet, or if you're trying to maintain a fast, I would not recommend anything with maltodextrin in it. If you don't fall into any of those categories, then you're probably fine consuming maltodextrin. It just kind of depends on how picky you want to get about your food. But Advanced sees this ingredient as unnecessary and a filler ingredient, so they don't use it at all. This is probably why their tubs are kind of small and their scoops aren't super large. The last update on this product that I want to tell you about is their new formula called Energy. Now, when I checked them out in the last video, they only had Focus and Chill, and I really want to try Chill, but I can't because I'm in the military and it uses CBD. The military doesn't allow you to use any product that uses CBD, even if the THC level is absolute zero. So no Chill for me. The Energy powder has a simplified list of high quality ingredients, so it's pretty cool that they offer 2 different options for you depending on what your circumstances might be. I'm going to go over the ingredients in the Focus powder first. A single serving of Focus is going to have 100 milligrams of caffeine, and the directions say to mix it in 8 ounces of water. Currently, a tub of Focus is $45 in the US and comes with 40 servings. When you mix it in 8 ounces of water, you're getting 12.5 milligrams of caffeine per ounce. There's 4,000 milligrams of caffeine in a tub, which means that per dollar, you're gonna get 89 milligrams of caffeine. Each scoop or serving is gonna cost you $1.12 in the US, and when you use 2 servings, which is what they recommend for this product, you get 200 milligrams of caffeine, and a 2-serving drink would cost you $2.24. This cuts the serving per tub down to 20 instead of 40. I'm gonna put each ingredient found in Focus on the screen with a short description of what each ingredient does. I'm also going to put the amount of each ingredient that they use. At this point, in the last video that I did on Rogue Energy, I turned all of the ingredients that met the minimum required dosage for positive effects green, and all the ones that didn't, I turned red. And the ones that didn't have a proper dosage listed anywhere, or there weren't any studies to support the claims of what that ingredient does, I turned orange. And I'm gonna do that again, but before I do that, I wanna apologize first. When I did that, I did not consider that if you're colorblind, that wasn't very helpful. It was a lame oversight on my part, and I'm truly sorry. I didn't mean to exclude anybody. So instead, this time, I'm gonna turn them those colors, but I'm also going to include the dosage that's required for each one of those ingredients. So if you can't see those colors properly, you can just read what it has and what it's supposed to have. Cool? All right, so pause the video now. That does not look very good. That's a lot of red. A lot of these ingredients don't meet the minimum required dosage for the positive effects that they claim to have. But that's because Advanced recommends 2 servings when using this product. And when you double the serving, this is what it looks like. Now, I have mixed feelings about this. The ingredients that Advanced uses are good, like really good. In fact, all of these ingredients have studies to support the claims that they make. And when you double the serving of Advanced, it meets the required dosages on all of them. That's amazing, and they're not just hitting the minimum requirements. For some of these ingredients, they go well beyond that minimum to the upper level of what they recommend for those dosages. I just don't like that you have to use 2 servings, but Advanced isn't hiding this. On their label, they recommend 2 servings, and on the nutrition label, they even list the numbers for 2 servings. This product is already kind of expensive, and obviously if you use 2 scoops, it's gonna cut the serving size in half. In my opinion, this is one of those you get what you pay for situations. There is no arguing that this product is pretty expensive, but there's also no arguing that at 2 servings, the ingredients in this drink pretty much blow every other competitor out of the water. And if that's what you're looking for, then Advanced is absolutely delivering on its promise to have the best ingredients. But if you don't really care about that very much and you just want a flavorful drink that gives you some energy, then the energy powder is gonna be the one for you. Their energy powder uses a different approach, less ingredients for a lower price. A single serving of energy is going to have 100 milligrams of caffeine, and their directions say to mix it in 8 ounces of water. Currently, a tub of energy is $35 in the US, and it comes with 40 servings. When you mix it in 8 ounces of water, you're getting 12.5 milligrams of caffeine per ounce. There is 4,000 milligrams of caffeine in a tub, which means that per dollar, you're getting 114 milligrams of caffeine. Each scoop or serving will cost you 87 cents, and when you use 2 servings, you get 200 milligrams of caffeine, and a 2-serving drink would cost $1.75. This cuts the serving per tub down to 20 instead of 40. I'm gonna do the same thing with the ingredients found in this formula, so pause the video now. The formula falls short on theanine, but meets the requirement if you use 2 servings. With this one, it's gonna be how much energy do you want? If you want a stronger drink, then obviously use 2 servings. It's awesome that they provide a simpler, cheaper alternative to their Focus line, because not everybody wants something that has all those ingredients, and some people just can't swing that price. Both of the formulas are gonna have a complex of different vitamins, so that's pretty good. Also, the niacin content in both of them is low enough that you should be able to avoid any sort of flushed skin or upset stomach issues. Now, they both also use artificial coloring, and I'm learning more and more about artificial coloring through comments and through studies that I'm reading myself, and I'm not sure how I feel about them right now, and I'm actually working on the part 2 of that big energy drink video where I go over some other drinks as well. So again, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. And I'm gonna address this issue a little bit further in that video. For the time being, I still prefer my drinks not to have artificial coloring, and I kind of wish that Advanced had opted for a natural coloring alternative. I did notice a boost in energy when I used both products, but there was a noticeable difference when I used Focus over energy. I'm telling you, those ingredients are doing something. Both products mix pretty well, but there is a slight chalkiness that I noticed. I would say that it doesn't mix as well as Rogue, but is definitely way better than G Fuel. I don't really think that the chalkiness is that bad, and it doesn't really bother me, but it is worth mentioning. The Focus Powder also has this kind of herbal smell, or herbal, I don't know. Americans say herbal, but personally I prefer herbal. How do you say it? Anyway, that smell is present in the Focus, and I learned that it's because of the lutein, which is also known as marigold flower powder, and it's used for eye health. That powder has this smell to it, and there's just no getting away from that. So let's address the big question here, and that's flavor. The last time I tried Advanced, I really didn't like the flavor very much, so I'm gonna go over the flavors of the Focus powders first, then the energy powders. And before we get into flavor, I wanna throw a big disclaimer out there, and that is taste is completely subjective. Unless you're talking about steak, in which case medium rare is the only way that you can eat that. My taste buds are not the same as yours. I like really sweet, sometimes sour stuff. I like really strong flavors, and that might not be what you're into. So take whatever I say about flavor, and in fact, take whatever anyone says about flavor in any video with a huge dose of skepticism. In fact, my suggestion to you would be to order flavor packs so that you can try them before you buy an entire tub. I tried all of these flavors with 1 scoop and 8 ounces of ice water. I also tried them with 2 scoops in 16 ounces of ice water. I'm gonna go from my least favorite to my favorite. When I tried Advanced for the first time, I tried their Cherry Limeade flavor, and I did not like it. Like at all, and I still don't like it. I've tried other Cherry Limeade flavors from other companies, and I actually like them, so this one just doesn't do it for me. This flavor for me, personally, is dead last. I'm sorry, Mr. Fruit, nothing personal. Next would be Mtashed Mango Splashed. This flavor tastes exactly like what it says, mango, but I wasn't honestly a fan, and I'm not saying that it tastes bad. It just wasn't my personal preference, and it's weird because I like mangoes a lot, but I guess I just don't like mango juice or mango flavored drinks. If you do like mango, then I don't think you could go wrong with this flavor because it is good and I can drink it. It's drinkable. It's just not my first preference. My favorite flavor of the Focus powder is definitely the G1 Gummi Bear. The color of this flavor looks absolutely terrible. I don't know what they did with this powder, but thankfully the taste does not match that color. Just by the name, I didn't actually expect to like this flavor very much because I'm not a huge fan of gummy bears, but I was pleasantly surprised and I really enjoyed this. The flavor's kind of hard to describe and it's frustrating because I want to give you a better description of it, but I just can't. It is sweet, it's powerful, but it's not too sweet. I'm sorry, I know that doesn't really help very much and I wish I could do a better job of describing it, but I really like it. Those are the current flavors offered for Focus, so let's go over the energy flavors now. There's only 2 flavors in the energy line, but second place goes to Magic Rainbow Sherbet. From the smell of this powder, I kind of expected a candy-like flavor, and that's sort of what you get. It's another hard to describe flavor, but candy would be pretty appropriate. And despite not liking candy flavors, I really enjoyed this. It's another sweet but not too sweet flavor. I know they call it sherbet, but it kind of reminds me of those little heart-shaped candies that you buy around Valentine's Day. Now this might just be me, but with the name Magic Rainbow Sherbet, I kind of wish that it had some glitter in it. You know what I mean? I'm just joking. Unless. My favorite flavor of energy is definitely Dream Team Punch. This flavor is amazing. I love fruit punch flavors, and it's probably because my mom never let me drink them when I was little because they had too much sugar in them. Well, look at me now. I can drink all the fruit punch that I want. This flavor delivers on what I want out of a fruit punch. It's sweet, it's strong, it's fruity, it punches. What more could you ask for? I would even go as far as saying it is the best fruit punch flavor of any energy drink powder I have tried so far. I have no complaints with this one. It's really frustrating to me that Cherry Limeade was the first impression of Advanced that I got, because in my opinion, it is the worst of the bunch. I enjoyed every other flavor, even if that mango one is not really my personal choice. I would, however, love to see Advanced come out with a sour flavor, because that kind of flavor is missing from their current lineup. I'm still not a huge fan of that herbal smell that you get from the Focus powder, but I will say that the energy powder does not have this because it doesn't have that same ingredient. That herbal scent doesn't really translate to the taste either. It's almost like an aftertaste that you get after you finish your sip. It's not really bad, it's just noticeable. I can now say that Advanced ties with Sneak for me, but if I'm basing it just on ingredients, well then Advanced is gonna be my go-to. I also wanna mention that the staff at Advanced are absolutely incredible. They're passionate about the product, they're really helpful, and you really get this sense that they are part of the gaming community and they care deeply about it. The focus powder is a little expensive, but for the price, you are getting an amazing formula with an ingredient that's actually backed up by a scientific study and made for gamers. When deciding between Sneak and Advanced, I would choose based on what is important to you. Is it the flavor or is it the ingredients? For me personally, I'm gonna choose between the two depending on what flavor I'm in the mood for. In my honest opinion, you cannot go wrong with either brand. Let me know in the comments below what you think of Advanced and if you plan on trying it. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video on your account and your mom's account and another extra account. And while you're at it, you should just make an account for your dog or your cat and subscribe and like on that as well. Peace! Oh, that's a door! Oh no. Did I just break something?